episode 531 of the Super Ultra Podcast Arcade for July 25th, 2026. I'm one of your hosts, Daniel Nicholson. With me is my co-host, Dominic Stallworth. What's been going on, Dominic?
All right. It's been an all right week, man. Well, a couple weeks, yeah, since we did this. A lot of discourse online, man. I mean, going on between Microsoft with the layoffs, Sony with the no disc. Been a little quiet on the Nintendo front, though.
They just know to keep their heads down and shut their mouths.
There's no. I think I lost you.
Can you hear me?
Now I hear you.
Okay. I just said they know how to keep their heads down and their mouth shut.
Oh. So, yeah.
That's how they keep making money.
Yeah. So, yeah. But yeah, a couple weeks. So, hey, July's almost over, man. So, yay, one more of the big summer months. And then finally get to September. We just get a little mixture there. Like, yeah. So, it's like I'm getting through this. Summer, so it's good. Even though I've been outside, I've been inside a lot. So, hey, it's been good for me. But getting into sports, man, it's been Orioles has been pretty much more the same. I mean, we had a 7-game win streak going, but then we hit a buzzsaw going against the Red Sox, who had at the time 13-game winning streak. So they came and beat us 2 straight, make it 15. We did win the last one, so that was good. But the first game was definitely bad because like it was winnable and we made mistakes, 4 errors, key errors that were pretty bad. Then we came out we just played the Braves as of yesterday, lost a winnable game. Not hitting when one is in scoring position, not doing good, making errors. Yeah, man, the team, the players are just not playing good, and it sucks all around. I mean, it's all over the place. The problems with this team. I mean, it's a lot of it's blame go everywhere. Really. I mean, it starts. I mean, of course, everybody says it starts at the top, which is true because I mean, hey, with the Elias, I mean, it's like, yeah, it's great that he got us in a position where we can be competitive. The last few years, but it's like, man, things had we've gotten worse now, and these players supposed to get better. These young guys supposed to get better, and I don't know, man. It's like, and you didn't, and it's not like it's one thing. It's like the young guys are not doing well now, but it's also like, man, we didn't get nobody really to come in like pitchers anyway. Now Alonso deal that was good. That was a good deal, and we did just sign one of our pitchers who are starting pitchers who's good. He's young, Bradish. We just signed an extension with him, which I think is a good deal. And so I mean, there's some moves that have been good, but it's like you had to do more with this team. Like this team you had to build, you had a core, and it's like, man, you should have had things coming together to build like this team to continue winning. So yeah, man, it's an issue all around. And I mean, I know there's a lot of people who blame the manager saying he doesn't know what he's doing, things of that nature. I don't know how to judge that when the guys aren't hitting. Like I don't know. Like I don't, when the guys aren't hitting and they're not playing defense, I don't know how to judge a manager on that. It's like, so what do you do? Say, what do you do then? Like just changing the lineup doesn't just fix everything. I don't know. Like, and the problems that people have, like, oh, they should have put this pitcher in. Should have taken about. Everybody says that on every fan says that on every team. I mean, there's nobody that's not just saying like, man, this manager, he does everything right. Like, so I don't. That's what I'm saying. I can't judge, but that's fans for you, and it's like, yeah, when you're not winning, so you have to find something to blame where I'm just thinking like, man, this in baseball is like seemed like it's pretty easy. Just blame
I think it's the
the
fans' fault. They're not cheering hard enough.
yeah, maybe that's it. But it's just it's I wouldn't even call it frustrating anymore. It was frustrating, but now it's been a while. Like now it's like expected almost. Now
Yeah.
that with this team that like we're not that good. So if we don't do well and things to play wrong, it's like now we know that we're not that good. It just sucks that when they give us hope and things start going well, it's like, okay, we're back at it, and then it's
Yeah.
like, oh no, we're not. No, we're not. But the thing is, because this league sucks, we're still in it. We're still not. We're still right there. The wild card is still right there, which is so weird. It's like this. That's why I hate. It's like I'm more mad at the other teams. I'm like, wow, y'all sucking. Like, what the hell are y'all doing? And it's like, what's going on over there? Like Toronto's last place. This team was in the World Series last year. Apparently, Vladdy, because I'm just paying attention to the Orioles, so I didn't even know Vladimir Guerrero was like batting under 200 or something like that. Like something he was doing really bad, and I was like, oh, darn. But yeah, that's baseball. Basketball. Big news: LeBron is going to the Phillies. I heard.
Crazy.
Not like that. I don't like that at all. But whatever. Good for Philly, I guess. I mean, we'll see if that works out for him. I mean, I kind of hope it don't now. But because I'm hoping my Wizards will do something. But I know that it's probably just be like how I was watching basketball like 4 years ago when like all I did was watch Wizards. I didn't pay attention to any other news. I mean, the news will have to come like to me, and because I'm not I'm not watching any. The only time I'm watching the Sixers games is when if the Wizards play them. That's probably the only time I will watch them because I'm not watching. I'm not watching anything else. I don't want to hear like anything else about LeBron and them or anything. I think that's it. Don't really know what's going on in football. I mean, I guess maybe they started spring training. Me, that's a spring training. Sorry, training camp. But I have no idea. But yeah. So you got any wrestling news?
We got some pay-per-views coming up. I think Saturday night main event for WWE is tonight. But I honestly am not totally sure about what's happening on there. You also have AEW's pay-per-view tomorrow night, Redemption, which feels like kind of an also ran. Like there's going to be some good matches, obviously, because it's AEW, but there's nothing like spectacular because they're leading up to their big all-in show. Like the title match is Kenny Omega versus Kevin Knight. And Kevin Knight is currently the TBS champion, and he's a really good wrestler, but nobody's really excited for that match necessarily. To the point where when it was announced at the show, the crowd was booing. And I think that's kind of silly. I've seen some talk around Kevin Knight, like they're pushing him a little too hard. But I don't think that's the case. I think every opportunity he's been given as far as matches go, he's an incredible performer. And the way they're treating him as kind of this smug heel after coming off this babyface run, tagging with what is that man's name? Speedball Mike Bailey. I think they've done a really good job with him. They stuck him with the Don Callis family, which is kind of like the heel faction right now. It's got like 20 plus people in it or something like that. I might be slightly exaggerating there, but it's a lot of people. But it's kind of where all of the heels are right now, and if they can't do it on their own, I think Don Callis does a good job of talking for the guys that can't. Kevin Knight's not one of those guys, though. I think he's done well, and it's a good match to to basically just have a great match, but hold over until we get to All In and you have Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay, or some combination of those two plus MJF if he is able to heal up and they feel the need to put him in that spot. I have my doubts that he's going to make it back into that match. But it is kind of unfortunate. Like, he was also, after Darby Allin's like breakneck title run where he basically defended it twice a week for a month, MJF has been doing a surprisingly good job for a heel of MJF's nature, who is usually putting off matches and only wrestling maybe once a month at a pay-per-view, having actually been wrestling at a lot of these shows and finding himself burnt out a bit. And then we're getting to the point, Dominic, where a lot of these releases from WWE, or these like contract negotiation failures, are starting to hit their no competes. So there's a good chance that we're going to see maybe someone like Kairi Sane or the Motor City Machine Guns, or obviously the most obvious one, to the point where it's almost like, I don't want to say an open secret, but like Kenny Omega and Austin Creed, formerly Xavier Woods of the New Day, are like on Giant Bomb, kind of quipping with each other, because Giant Bomb was doing a basically like game of the year till now, and what games are you looking forward to for the rest of the year kind of guest spots. And they've always done a game of the year together, but now they're more obviously joking about kind of their workplaces and stuff like that. So I'm excited to see the New Day come in. Well, Kofi and Xavier, whatever they're going to go by, Kofi and Austin Creed. Excited to see them come in. I don't know exactly when those dates are up, if they're going to hold them off until All In. There is a AEW show coming up at UMBC soon that I'm going to be going to, so it would be cool to see them there.
What kind of show?
Considering AEW show, it's going to be a Dynamite. Okay. But whenever they come to UMBC, it's always been kind of underwhelming, so we'll see. The other ones that they've done in like DC and kind of like Northern Virginia and stuff have actually been kind of good, but then whenever they've done the one right around the corner, it's just like, oh, this is when they bring out the Ring of Honor guys, because it's like, yo, Ring of Honor was in this territory for a very long time, so you guys appreciate that, right? And it's like, yeah, but also I would like to see the actual, people that you were treating as stars, please. So like when CM Punk was still with AEW, like he's in a feud with Hangman Adam Page, yet not a single time, and I think there were 2 times when he was with the company that they came to UMBC, he never once showed up. Same with Sting. Never got to see him live, and that was always kind of disappointing. We actually got a fake Sting one time. There's some dude like hanging out with Jeff Jarrett or something that came in and dressed up as him and attacked somebody. And I was like, you fuckers, bait and switch over here. But yeah, so I'm excited for what's going on in AEW. As always, SummerSlam is coming up for WWE. I think that's I want to say at the end of August, but that feels very far away for how many matches they have right now announced. Okay, August 1st, so actually next weekend. Yeah, so these Saturday night main event things just really seem like filler. Especially when it always seems like there's one and then the next weekend is the actual like big pay-per-view. But yeah, I mean, SummerSlam is what it is. I think it'll still be fun as long as they, work hard to make it so. But like a match like Obafemi versus Brock Lesnar, which I kind of wished just Brock Lesnar had gone away after WrestleMania. It seemed like the perfect way for him to go out, kind of very little pomp and circumstance, but him actually showing emotion over the fact that he was retiring, only for him to come back, beat Obafemi. But now they're going to have a Hell in a Cell match at SummerSlam. That could be a lot of fun as far as like big man car crash kind of matches go. Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins, despite the history there, those two guys being in the Shield and everything, it feels like this is we're doing this again, even though the storyline should be like captivating, because I don't think Roman Reigns has ever beat Seth Rollins. Like Seth Rollins, even during Roman's, years long title reign, the only guy that he technically lost to was Seth Rollins, and that's just because he beat the shit out of Seth Rollins until he got himself disqualified. So there's so much to mine there, but from what I've seen, it hasn't been all that captivating. CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes. Now that CM Punk has that title, I could really care less about that. Gunther versus Nick Aldis. Nick Aldis is a guy who has been the general manager on SmackDown up until this point, and it's funny because he came off of being a wrestler. He was formerly Magnus in TNA, and then he was in the NWA for quite a while, and he was the NWA
Magnus,
champion.
He
was Magneto, yes. But he's a guy that you look at and you go like, man, he has been around forever. And he's like basically like kind of an Arn Anderson guy. Like you see him and he's just like, man, he's an old dude. Nick Aldis is younger than me, and I hate that. And they've kind of stuck him with being they've stuck him with being kind of like retired guy who's running the show. But they've been building slowly to like people kind of getting in his face. And at one point, it could have been Randy Orton, it could have been Drew McIntyre, but clearly it's Gunther now. I hope this isn't a means for them to give Gunther another quote unquote old guy to retire. I mean, it seems like there's no reason why Nick Aldis wouldn't be able to wrestle necessarily, like health wise or anything like that. But yeah, it really feels like they failed Gunther after having him retire John Cena and AJ Styles. I don't know if they know what to do with him outside of being guy that retires guy, and considering the fact that I don't know if Brock like used his sway to be like, no, I don't want to be retired by that. I don't want to just be another name on the list of guys that's getting retired by this guy. Or if, they actually, the writers in WWE were like, oh, this is kind of maybe not working. Let's put him against Obafemi because we're trying to make Obafemi look like a big guy. I don't know what that is, but it really feels like they are failing Gunther by effectively not getting a title on him quick enough. You have these two big retirements. You got to make him legitimate in some other way other than just finding another old guy for him to retire. I mean, maybe the rumors of, Jericho talking to WWE were true and they expected him to come in and maybe be willing to put Gunther over and have him retire and go do Fozzy full time or whatever. But it just really feels like they don't know what to do with him when he's not in a feud with an old person that is going to put their career on the line. So it seems weird. It seems like Gunther is a guy that Triple H is a fan of, but maybe right now they're just kind of failing everybody. Someone like Bailey, who is, it was an NXT mainstay, kind of a main character in NXT for a long time, especially, for just the women's division. And now you have her potentially leaving for AEW, and it's very obvious why. They don't treat her with respect, I would say. Like, from the outside looking in, they don't at the very least treat her character with any level of respect. Like, the other year, she was going into WrestleMania to tag with Lyra Valkyrie, and they just had her get sidelined so that Becky Lynch could make her return and tag with her. And it's like, we all know that as a wrestler, WrestleMania means something. I mean, outside of obviously the paycheck, right? Like, there's potentially more money there to be had. But it is the pinnacle show for that company, and you want to be a part of it. It legitimizes you. And to just be erroneously written off like that, and it's not the first time that she's just been, not in that picture. Meanwhile, she's a fantastic wrestler. She does well with promos. The idea that she could come over to AEW when her contract is up and start teaming with Mercedes again and having that duo, I think that is incredible for them. And AEW, especially with all of these potential new people coming in, and it's not to say that all of them will, but if there's a chance, they need to be able to take into account and factor in what they're going to do with them, how they're going to use them without, overlooking someone that they've been building locally. That's a problem that TNA used to have is, oh, well, you got AJ Styles at his youth and peak, putting on incredible matches, but they hired Hulk Hogan, and now he's going to take up, 75% of the show, and you're just going to push a guy like AJ Styles to the side and potentially ask him to if you can pay him less money, so I think AEW is smart enough. I think Tony Khan is smart enough to have looked at TNA as a cautionary tale. But there have been some times where you get bigger names from WWE that came in. You had Adam Cole come in, you had Daniel Bryan come in, and some of the guys that you were building kind of get pushed to the side a little bit. And I think it's just important for them to remember that, those names aren't the only names, right? So hopefully that continues to be handled well. Even like as I'm thinking about a guy like Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin, they came in from AEW or from WWE is kind of a big thing. They've had their runs here and there, mostly as a tag team though, and I think AEW is smart in that aspect that a lot of times they'll bring in WWE guys and then kind of keep them away from the titles by putting them into a tag team. And then kind of finding their moment to split them apart and have a singles run for a bigger guy. They also have so many titles that you can just kind of put one of the non-world titles on a guy. And if the guy is big enough, you're going to be interested about that title. It's really a case of the guy making the title more so than the title making the guy. Because literally there's just so many men's singles titles in AEW, and I am constantly forgetting that people even have titles sometimes, and then it's like, oh yeah, I guess he has a title. To the point where it doesn't matter, but it does matter that, like, if someone comes along and beats Mox for his title, a title that I'm not even sure I could tell you which one, the international title, maybe, I don't know. But it's a bigger deal that they're going to beat Mox, who is a guy that is relatively unbeatable, than it is that they're going to win that title. But yeah, that's that's kind of where wrestling is right now. Just kind of leading up to the big shows, really.
All right. So we get into what we've been watching. So okay, I watched the couple X-Men, but I'm not gonna get into that until you watch it. House of the
Okay.
Dragon. I am one behind, and you say you are one behind also.
Correct. Yeah.
All right. So
I'm a bit
for the
hard
last
pressed to remember what happened in that last
the
episode, though.
Humbleton, where
Okay. Yeah.
the dragon, well, the boy was forced to kill um one of the citizens of Humbleton
Yeah. They went to
to
Dumbledore.
show
Yeah.
yeah um yeah that was still yeah I know there was something big supposed to happen in Humbleton some more like some battles supposed to happen
Okay.
there and things supposed to really change. Oh, excuse me. Also, we see like one of the Targaryens, the one with the eye patch, going through his nightmares and blah blah blah. I was like, okay, he's having his Aeon moment, whatever his name. I mean, I forget that. Like how darn what's his name? Damon. He having his Damon moment, I guess,
Oh yeah.
of love and stuff. Um, what else happened? Yeah, so like, oh yeah, we see also the his brother also had to kill a man because he figured out who they were.
Yeah.
Uh, I just want to know what. Yeah, I want to know what does this story lead up to? Like,
He's gonna become
I
king
just,
again, Dominic.
I mean, like, yeah, that's what I'm trying to think. Like, I mean, because I don't remember Arrow the
I lost you.
particulars. Oh, and I guess it's the Damon's daughter. I guess she's just gonna hide in the cave with the dragon. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that like I said, that's something new. That's something that wasn't even in the book. So I don't know where they're gonna go with
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So it's been all right. I mean, I think people like it. I have no idea really. I haven't really looked. It's whatever for me. I know people they like ever since like that the other one that got awards. People really like that one.
Mhm.
Maybe one day I'll watch it. I'll watch it when it's over. And when the series is over, I'll watch it. I'll check it out. Because I just, yeah, I think the whole like being part of the whole experience thing is I'm pretty much over it with this
Mm.
now. Like that doesn't matter. Um, I finally saw Fantastic Four,
Okay.
uh, the last year's movie. What was the subtitle for that?
First steps.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. First baby steps. All right, but anyway, but yes, it was good. I liked it. It was pretty good. I'm curious how they'll do this Doom. The Doom trailer, Doomsday
Oh
trailer.
yeah,
You seen
yeah,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
I did.
You're excited.
One of the first things I thought as I'm watching the trailer is that I forgot that in addition to Doom just being Robert Downey Jr., that was potentially going to mean that he was going to have to do an accent. Um, and it just
Oh,
sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger to me.
yeah, it really did. It really. Oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about Arnold Schwarzenegger, but it just sounded weird.
Yeah.
But not terrible. Not Bane.
No,
I don't feel
nah,
Bane-ish with him, but
no.
it did feel
Um,
weird.
It the trailer, I mean, there just wasn't much to it, right? Like you get the moment with Chris Evans back and holding Mjolnir. I think that's supposed to be the like, oh shit. But otherwise it's just like, okay, I'm seeing this character, I'm seeing this character. I already knew that they were all gonna be here. What are we actually doing here?
If
Where
I
is this
didn't know who
leading
Doctor Doom
to?
was, I don't know what the heck's going on.
Yeah.
I don't even know what the problem is.
I mean, even knowing who Doctor Doom is, I'm not entirely sure I know what the
Yeah.
problem is.
Oh yeah, that too.
Um,
That too. I mean, he's because it, some people are talking like he might not even be a villain.
right.
Even though it says Doomsday, but I don't know.
Mm.
Because is it a timeline thing
Yeah,
or
it's
not more
Doomsday. They're celebrating him, Dominic, because he's the best leader in the world.
and like is this like because it's multiversal stuff? So it's like
Yeah.
what's going on? Because these people aren't they are part yeah, because Fantastic Four is not a part of the same Earth as us. X-Men doesn't exist. And
Right.
I say us.
But
The universe that we've been watching. Um,
yeah,
yeah, it's
the
not
MCU
part of that
universe.
universe. Um, and I'm still wondering like because now that I've finally finished Eternals, even though it's not a good movie, but they it plays a crucial part though with the
Yeah.
celestial stuff.
Yeah.
What the hell is that? Is going to have anything to do with Marvel? Like,
Or at least it would
that's,
if they did anything else with it. But
yeah,
they like in Captain America, they finally reference the fact that there's just like a baby celestial sticking out of the ground. But other than that, nothing's really come of that, which could have been, like you said, very crucial in the evolution of this universe. You know, it, one of the other things about Doomsday is just, oh man, and I had this thought, but now I'm blanking on it. I think there's so much going on. Oh, it's the X-Men aspect of it, right? Is like you said, they're from a completely different universe, and this is, I guess redemption arc for the Fox films. Basically, the Cyclops costume looks cool. You have Mystique, and she seems to have kind of like a
yeah.
more
Okay,
comic accurate
what
outfit.
to say? Who is Mystique? Is this the same woman?
It's Rebecca Romaine.
It's Rebecca Maine. Oh my god, they're
Yeah.
going back.
Yeah, so they're going back to the originals, like they kind of are eschewing the first class kind of guys and going back to the originals. It's a little sad that they seemingly couldn't get Halle Berry. Um, they're announcing everybody, so it
Well,
feels like
I
it would be
guess
kind
now
of crazy that
they can be
they would
accurate
save
now
her.
and get a
What's
African woman. I guess.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, right? Is like these guys, I feel like at least to some extent are probably just there to die.
They're
To
old.
finally that yeah. I mean, people are joking that this is like the fifth time that Patrick Stewart is going to die, as Professor X in these movies. Um Yeah,
I
that
lost you.
part of it, I just don't understand why they feel the need to keep going back to those X-Men, to the Fox X-Men, like they owe them something. It's obviously very much time to move on from that, and maybe this is finally that. But I think a lot of people speculated that that's what Deadpool was going to be and didn't end up really being that, because here we are again. Um, I and that's one of the other funny things I find is like you have these classic X-Men, right? Your James Marstons, your Rebecca Romaines, but then you have Gambit, Channing Tatum is Gambit, who was introduced in the Deadpool movie as what I thought was basically just a joke of a character. They make fun of his accent and, all that stuff. But now he's maybe seemingly going to be taken more seriously. And I don't necessarily have a problem with that, but it just feels kind of incongruous with everything else. So I'm a little concerned with the way that they're going to jumble all of this together, because when you got to like an Avengers movie, there was a cohesion there. And some people felt like that was an issue because you had, singular movies for each of these characters that generally had the same tone, the same humor, things of that nature. But I think that was very much their way of bringing them in line so that when they put them all together, it felt natural. Whereas now you have so many like distinct parts. How are those going to come together and not clash? So we'll see. We've got Spider-Man like right around the corner. He obviously doesn't appear in these trailers at all, and it sounds like maybe, anybody that you don't see here is basically going to show up in Secret Wars after this movie. But what is this movie doing to get us to Secret Wars, but without just being, here's a movie that's quickly setting up Secret Wars? That's my concern, I guess, for this movie, is that it's going to be a setup. And I don't mean like Infinity War to Endgame, because obviously, again, Infinity War was set up by so many other movies ahead of it, because you haven't really had that many movies since Endgame that have really worked to match up. You see Shang-Chi in this trailer, and it's cool to see Shang-Chi again, at least in my opinion. And you're seeing him battle Gambit, I believe, and that's cool. But what has he been doing this whole time? Like, how far into the future are we post, I guess, whenever the last time we saw him, which was like in the Miss Marvel or the Marvels end credit scene or something like that, when they're talking about her bracelet. They clearly just don't have the same roadmap that they did. And I think the biggest problem is they peaked, right? Like, I don't think it's offensive to say that like Endgame was the culmination of what, 15, 20 years of work or something like that. And they pulled it off. But how do you do something that has never been done before again? You have to fundamentally change it in order to do that, because otherwise you're just putting more movies out.
And then you kind of just had to stop. It was going to be like a King Dynasty thing, so you had to
right, and then you had to pivot. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, pivot. Yeah.
So even if there was, like, I would love to see if there is, pages and pages somewhere that Feige or, whoever he has in charge of doing that, Chat GPT or whatever, laying out like, okay, this movie is this movie is this, our next movie is going to be this is how we're all leading up to the Kang Dynasty stuff. Because at this point, like, you look back on the Marvel Cinematic Universe post Endgame, and you think of a movie like Ant-Man Quantumania, and I'm like, Ant-Man is in this, so like maybe there's something that's going to tie it to this. But I feel like you can just throw that movie out entirely, right? Nothing came from that movie.
I haven't seen it.
Outside of maybe his, yeah. Well, I'll do you a favor, Dominic. You can just throw that movie out. Okay. I don't know that it's as bad as people were stating at the time, but honestly, I do not think you will like that movie. You have a higher
there's quite a few
bar.
Yeah,
you have a higher critical bar than I do, and while I think there is some enjoyment to be had there, I think you would probably just feel like you had wasted your time. Especially now with the context of like all the Kang stuff not even being relevant at all.
Well, with Eternals, I was watching it while I was doing stuff like
yeah. And that's, I'm going to tell you right now, don't focus on Ant-Man Quantumania, Dominic. If you're going to ever watch that, put it on in the background. glance over occasionally, chuckle at fucking what's his name doing what's his name style stuff. And that's about it. Paul Rudd doing Paul Rudd things. And yeah, kind of leave it at that and go, oh yeah, man, that Kang actor was really good. It's a shame that we
How about I
threw
dropped
him
the
away.
ball on that one? But yeah, so yeah. And last, King of the Hill is back. And I watched the first episode. And it was good. It was really good. And I saw reviews. Reviews have been really good for this, and it's great that they are able to still keep same energy from what they had years ago, like 20 years ago, and still do it. I mean,
And
it's
also show that it's not a fluke with this last season.
yeah,
They're
exactly.
still doing it.
Yeah. I mean that like good on the. It shows that it can be done. It can be
It can
done.
be.
Uh,
Somebody
yeah.
get this guy over to The Simpsons immediately.
Nah, the Simpsons need to just stop, man. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care what nobody says. People can say like, "Hey, give people jobs." I say those people can retire. Like 20 years ago to get retired.
You're just talking about the voice actors, Dominic. There are somebody somewhere that needs the Simpsons job, I guess.
All the animation stuff. I mean, they just
Yeah,
do
they
another show.
can
They do another
do that
show.
like super gross like sex comedy that was on Netflix or whatever that people were complaining about.
Which one was it?
Not the one that we watched, not the like coming of age one. There
Not
was
that.
like
Okay, not that
an
one.
animal one.
Oh, I think I watched one episode of that.
Yeah, and there's just like balls and buttholes everywhere.
It's just, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just feels smart. I mean, like, it didn't feel like it was done the smart way. It's just like, hey, we can do
Yeah.
this. It's like, yeah. After the one we had watched, I mean, I ain't finished all that, but I think I'm good. But like, this is like, nah. It's almost like the Brickleberry, of that
Oh
show.
yeah.
I guess you would say. Which I'm like, I'm not a
Yeah.
big fan of Brickleberry. I'm not a big fan of that show and the other show that was kind of similar to that. The Camel Comedy Central. It's like, it's like if I was younger, like really young, I would have probably liked it. Now it's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm in that age range.
Yeah.
Anyway, that is all I've watched that I can at least remember watching. So, what do you watch?
I watched Project Hail Mary. I think I mentioned it the last time we started recording, but I hadn't gotten through it yet. I think everything that everybody says about that is true. That is a fantastic movie. It does a lot with a little. There's really only so many characters in that movie, and I think it delivers a
Spider
very
Monster.
emotional.
That little Spider Monster is pretty
It's
good too.
Oh, honestly, he is fantastic, Dominic. Like I don't know that I came into this movie really knowing anything about the premise or anything like that. Um, I had seen that little guy, but I didn't know anything about like what he was getting into or what his purpose was. And then by the end of the movie, yeah, absolutely, he is a fantastic character. Much in the same way like Interstellar, that the weird robot rock thing, kind of developed a character of its own.
Oh yeah,
I think Rocky in this one is even more impressive than that. I mean, he's doing a lot more. Than that guy was. But yeah, it's really fantastic. It's definitely worth checking out. It's on Amazon Prime now.
to what's his what movie? What's the movie that came out with the guy from Batman? The Batman. What was that
Oh,
called?
Mickey 17?
Yeah. Did you ever see that?
I started watching that and it kind of turned me off relatively immediately.
Wow.
Um I don't know what it was, to be honest with you. I don't know if the
He was
humor
with a
was
black
landing
woman.
with me.
He was with a
What's
black woman.
that?
He liked the
I don't
black
know.
woman. That's why.
I don't even know if I remember getting to a black woman in that movie. Um, I think is he doing like a weird accent in the movie
Oh yeah,
too?
yeah. He is.
Yeah, that's yeah, it was that and like the comedy I think immediately just weren't like really hitting for me. And turned it off and I just never went back. Um yeah, I for a movie that I thought I was going to like, I think that's part of it too, is like I came in with higher expectations, kind of expecting it to be in my wheelhouse. And then when it didn't immediately hit for me, I was like, I can find better things to do right now.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked the such. Um,
This isn't like I don't think these necessarily fall, and maybe I'm wrong because obviously I didn't watch that entire movie. So, you know, if it gets a little more serious. And this does have a relatively lighthearted tone for a movie that is pretty serious, you know, and deals with, you know, significant consequences for the world. Um, but at the end of the day, I think this is a relatively small, like, character piece about, you know, whatever his name is, his character, and then to some extent the little spider monster, you know, his character as well.
the Ryan Gosling.
Um,
So,
Brian Gosling, thank you. Yeah, yeah, really a character piece for him, I think.
okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So it's up there with the Notebook then. All right. Yeah.
Hey, Notebook, fantastic movie. You know, Rachel McAdams, very good.
Where we at here now? We're at what we've been playing. So I played some Final Fantasy 16. I am closer to the end. I know that just from the tone of the movie. Me, I said the movie. I mean the game. Um,
Closer to the end than the beginning.
um, and yeah, I mean, still having a good time, but it's like everything's definitely really dire now. I mean, that's just seemed like that's the tone of always Final Fantasy close to the end. Like things are
Mhm.
just worse. They're worse than what they were, and gotta defeat the bad guy or something like that. But also I played Bad Fur Day because that is now on PC. They're doing backwards compatibility games on PC now, and like
Yeah,
not that you have to stream them or anything, which you could do. But
PlayStation, talking
you can
about you.
actually install it and play it, and it has resolution stuff, you know, to fix that up for the latest PCs and things of that nature. So though it's still not. I mean, I think it's still like boxed being because it was made for
Yeah, it's
regular
still a Nintendo
TVs back
64
then.
game
Yeah.
or an Xbox game, actually. I
Well,
guess.
about Xbox game, I was about to say.
Nintendo, yeah.
So
I
the
forgot they made that. Yeah,
the resolution, I mean, like the aspect ratio is not going to be that. I mean, I don't know if you
yeah.
can stretch it if you wanted to, but I put it at the best. Maybe you can. I mean, I haven't tried it because I forgot what I put it as. I put it would look the sharpest and still keep the same aspect ratio it was intended for.
Mm,
And yeah, I never played all the way through Conker's Bad Fur Day. That was one game I
yeah.
did have on my original Xbox, but I just never finished it. Always like, hey, it looks nice. Look at the fur just popping up. But I never really played it like through. So this is the most I ever played of it. Get into the first world. Yeah. This is something that definitely is really crass. Like like for that time, like it's like really edgy. You know, it's like
Yeah.
now it's kind of just juvenile, but yeah, I was like, yeah, I would have liked this if I had first. I haven't got originally got it when it came out. Uh, but in like play wise, I mean, it feels okay. I mean, it's definitely dated. I mean, it's just him. His game's been like
Yeah.
30 years or so. So yeah. The but like for me, like never really playing it before. I never even played the original. I never played the original. Definitely, I definitely never played the original in N64. Um, seeing like it's totally voice acted. I said I forgot that it was actually voice acted and stuff, and it has that British because it is rare, like over
Yeah.
there in Great Britain. That kind of British comedy and the accents and stuff like that. I mean, it's all right. I don't have the nostalgia for it like other people do. But I don't hate it, but I definitely see like yeah, it's definitely like a dated type of platformer, and it's definitely not no Mario 64. Um, and I don't know if it's collectathon or not. Honestly, I haven't got to a point where I had to collect a bunch of stuff yet, so I don't know what kind of platform it is in that sense.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty cool that they're doing that. I know they have Fusion Frenzy also up there. They have I saw Blinks the Time Sweeper and Crimson Skies. I'm hoping they put
Yeah.
up Grab by the Ghoulies up there because I don't want to have to hook my old Xbox up just to play that game because I do have that on Rare Replay technically. I was
Yeah.
hoping they put all of Rare Replay up there. Shit. Um, but yeah, it was all right. It's pretty cool that they're doing something like that, and hopefully they can bring some other games like actually Gears 2, which technically someone modded, like did a well, I don't know, well, not a mod, but somebody well they modded it. Somehow they did it where you can play Gears 2 on the PC like natively, and it's
Okay.
like HD and stuff. I saw that like through Twitter or something, and then I looked online like I said, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, but yeah, because that's what I really like. I mean, one is like, hey man, we don't have Gears 2 or 3 on the PC. And yeah, I think they should make it so that you can be able to play those up there. At least like the big name games.
Right.
Um what else have I played? I played some NCAA football, been playing that. I finally figured out how to cheat to get my coach points. So I was like, yay, I don't have to take forever to get them. Um I also tried out that Avatar Legends, the fighting game that just came out, a game that's
Okay.
not finished. I guess this is what
Yeah.
it feels like to have like Street Fighter 5 when it first came out, I guess. Because and actually maybe worse because this game, man, like I'm not saying this is a bad game. Like I mean, gameplay wise, I'll say this is pretty good. Animation is great. Like good for them with that. But I guess they really had a budget, and I guess they had to rush this game out there
Mm.
because well, for online people, they talk about like there's no rank system, so you're just thrown to the wolves if you're not good. Then
Jeez.
then there's no difficulty in this game. Like you just play as is, and it is tough.
Hmm.
So I'm waiting for an update. Well, actually, I sent it back.
Waiting for cheat
luckily,
codes.
yeah. Because there's like, oh, y'all don't got all these features. I don't know if you ever mean maybe they're not going to put a difficult, which I find weird. That someone said, and then the tutorial is just man, that is the worst. Like, and I looked online, even people saying like, man, this is not a good tutorial system. And so we were saying like, man, the good reviews. I think there's just these are people who are just good at fighting games and can just jump in. Like, man, like yeah, I was a tutorial system. Yo, they had the basic tutorial like to teach you how to do the basic stuff, but then they have one where it's like it teaches you like this combo, but instead of just it's not the whole combo. I mean, it's not like just the combo. It's like a whole system. It's like hit this button, like hit this button, like do this, and then I'm thinking like, okay, that's it. But then they keep going. I said, what? And then it says, now you do it, and I'm like, well, hold up. I said, that's a lot of steps. I said, can you go slowly with this? And I'm like, what the hell is this? And like, yeah, other people say like, yeah, this is not a good tutorial system or something like that. And Yeah, it's like a game's not finished. It shouldn't have came out. Like I think I saw like one review from this. I don't know who these guys are or who the guy was who wrote it. Um, I'm sorry because I can't give him credit, but like they were saying like this game. Why did this game come out? Like first of all, it's not even out on the Xbox Series X, or the Switch 2 yet. But the Switch One version is out. But that has its problems. That's not even 60 frames per
Mhm.
second. They can be making 60 frames per second down there on that one, which is not really good for fighting games. And then the PlayStation one has some problems and things of that nature. I think the best version they said is the PC maybe, but it has this issue also. It's like, yeah, this game's it feels like an early access game. Like they basically forced it out. Like they should have just waited till probably the Xbox and Switch 2 versions were ready because they can fix this up and put features in. And I think some DLC, some character, well, I don't know, DLC characters or something aren't there yet. If you had got the deluxe edition, that's it's pretty bad. Like for like the launch, like for a game that looks like it could be great. For a game that looks like it could be great, they I don't know, they must have some issues with getting it out there. And it's sad because it's like, dude, like Avatar, like this should have been a problem like this. And
Right.
then like the guy said, what was the rush for? Because you missed the show. The show already
Right.
came out months ago, and now technically that movie did come out, but it's like a short release, and you could have waited. Like you didn't have to rush for that, because it's not even like a wide release kind of thing.
Right.
Um, even and technically that got leaked, months ago. That movie got leaked online months ago. Um, so yeah, I don't know, man. And I was really looking forward to it because I like the look of that game.
Mhm.
Um, but anyway, what else we got here? We got Scott Pilgrim EX. I played because I remember playing that earlier this year, and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot I got this game. And yeah, this is definitely different than the first one because it's more of a almost like an open world-ish 2D game. Like I don't know what to compare it to because I never played a game like this. I guess somebody said like River City Girls.
Okay.
It's like that, and I never really played all the way through that game, so I could say. But like, yeah, because like you don't do stages. Like you go to place, you can. It's kind of open, like what you want to choose to do, and then you fight battles and stuff, and then you might take an item somewhere to do something. Then you unlock, hey, you save somebody or something like that. And yeah, it's done. It's not really. Yeah, it's almost like different doing different. I don't want to call it missions, but that's something like that. Yeah, a task or something, and like open world, like you probably can't get to this location yet until you do something. And it's like, oh, you have to do something, find a key or whatever, and then this area opens up now. It, I mean, it seems cool. It's like, okay, this is different, but then again, I just want to play a normal beat 'em up. Like I actually just want the stage and stuff. Like I just
Right.
wanted Scott Pilgrim and just better. But you know what? I give it to them. They try to do something new, and that's fine. Um, I do agree with one person how like the world just doesn't. They don't really prefer this world. They prefer the previous kind of types of world Scott Pilgrim was to this one because like this one, the previous like Scott Pilgrim was always like it's in the real world, but like video game elements happen there.
Right.
Now it feels like this is just a video game. Like you got fantasy creatures now here living among
Mhm.
people. And it's not like the real world anymore. So it's like yeah, I don't really like that. I mean I don't hate it, but it's like that was a charm of it. It
Right.
was like, yeah, this is like you're in well, I guess some Canadian town and and like it's horrible, but like, oh look, you how you get money is you beat up people, and it's like that's kind of funny that you just take their change and stuff. It's like, yeah, everything's like a little charm like that. Now it's kind of mixed in. It's mixed in with that and like real gamey fantasy world stuff, and I was like, it kind of loses the charm in that way. And this is nothing like based off of like a book, and because the comics are already done, and this is something they just added and did. So I guess I don't know why they chose it that way, but whatever. Um, like it's okay. Like it's like now I will say the fighting stuff is better than the past game. Like the mechanics of the fighting, things of that nature. Yeah, that's better. But it's like it's not what I thought. Like I was more so just want Scott's Pilgrim, better mechanics, but still just more stages, but just like it plays better. It plays better mechanics and things of that nature. I mean, some new stuff. Um, but it's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. But
Yeah.
I do like I don't know, I like the other games better. I like Kids Mutant Turtles, um Streets of Rage, and the Marvel one, Cosmic one.
Mm,
I like them better than this one. All
gotcha.
right. What else is there? Ooh, excuse me. Oh yeah, Lego Batman. Been playing some more of that. I finally got to the Robin stage. It's very weird because I was very scared. It looked like they made it so that Robin killed his parents,
Hmm,
accidentally killed them. Like, because he
weird.
was all happy and he threw the batarang around and it snapped and his mom and dad fell. But they fell on top of like a hot dog cart or something and
Oh,
got
jeez.
stuff all over them. And then he's like, "Oh, I say, I think I'm fired. I better go." And I was very confused because I was like, "So does his parents? So they
They're
don't
making a
die in
joke
here?"
about his parents dying
But
eventually. It's
but
just
then
not
Batman
happening yet.
said something like, "Hey, see now you say you can live here with me." And I'm thinking, like, wait a minute, is his parents still alive? Because that don't make any sense. Why is he living with you if his parents are still
Right.
alive? I have to go read online day and see what happened because I was very
Can't
confused.
kill people in the Lego universe, Dominic. That's why.
And that's the thing. I was wondering what was going to happen. I thought it was going to be like something like you just don't see it, like you know they die, but just like in the movie, you didn't see them hit
Yeah.
the ground. Um, so yeah, because they still had like Two Face killed them, just like in the movie Batman Forever. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, so I got Robin now. So now I'm at the point where I do have the boy one out because I've been with Catwoman for a bit. She went with me, like she was like my date to see the circus. Um, but yeah, this game is it's still it's fun, man. It's still funny. It's so funny as hell. And I like it, man. I mean they done a really good job with this. Like so far, yeah, so far this year, yeah, it's one of my top games, I guess, for this year. Only played by so many. For this year. What else we got? Oh yeah, I went back to Trails. Like I was like, let me just go. I'm close to the end. Let me go ahead. Man, it's a grind. It
Mm.
is a freaking grind. It don't want to fucking end. Like I was like, come the f on. I was like, we're right. It's like, what do you really need more to do? Like, oh my goodness, Danny. It was at a point where it looked like I was about to fight the last boss, but then he do something that kind of like really mess up the world. And guess what happens? They rewind. They rewind to a point back way in time so we can still be alive. And then we say, oh, now we know what he can do to stop him. I said, no, why can't that have been the last battle so I can stop playing this game? Why? I was like, good God, it just won't end. Uh, it's I'm so frustrated with this shit. I just want to uninstall it. I'm about to just look at it. I'm about to just go ahead and look at it. Look at. I mean, I don't even feel like doing that. Though, even like just looking at it on YouTube just to see like, all right, so what the hell happens? Um, Lastly, not lastly, but Tears of Metal, which is a game preview, it's a roguelike.
Yeah.
It's on Xbox Game Pass. Now I don't know if is this the first time it's ever been up all around, or has it been on PC before Game Pass? I'm not sure,
I'm not
but
totally sure. I know we've definitely seen it before. I remember
um,
the trailer.
but yeah, so it's a roguelike where you're like the Scottish, I guess, like Scottish
Mm.
people or something, whatever, and you're fighting people in red who are, I don't know, I guess the England people. But
I
anyway,
was gonna say, we'll just say the English.
yeah. So
That's a safe bet.
yeah, so like you start off as a man, like you get different characters, but you start off as this dude. I think his name is Wallace. Um, and you have you have soldiers with you too. Like you have spearmen, you have like regular infantry kind of soldiers with swords, and then you have soldiers with arrow. They also get a hero where they'll be with you too, also fighting. And like you go through different stages on the map, and just like a roguelike, if you die, you'll die and start over again. But you'll gain, but you also gain some levels and items and stuff you can use on your run again. That makes it easier. Um, but like the fighting is it's like a battle. It's almost similar to, it reminds me of like Dynasty Warriors, and like a lot of soldiers around, and you just killing a whole lot of men, and then you have to kill their leaders. That's what you have to do. Like and you can tell their leaders because they're taller, they're the bigger, taller soldiers, basically, and with special abilities. So yeah, you do that, and then also you might get to stages where you meet special like mini bosses that you have to fight, and then you fight a big boss at the end. Like I did that. I finished one stage where I got to the end to the big boss. I got killed, and then I saw that there were cheats available, Daniel. So then I beat him. Then the second time I saw. So, but no, I just wanted to see what it looked like the next stage. That's all. But yeah, yeah. I mean, it's all right. I mean, I have an okay time with it. Just because it scratched that Dynasty Warriors itch of just killing a whole bunch of men, you know. So it does have that itch to it, and the art, the style, the look of the game, it's okay, but it's not great. I don't know.
It's like heavily cell shaded looking, right?
Yeah, it is,
Okay.
but it's like graphically, it's pretty basic though. Like overall,
I gotcha.
um, but I mean, it kept me playing. I'm not gonna say that I didn't hate the
Okay.
game. Like it was
Yeah.
okay. It was all right. I wonder how people are liking it though. Like, or is this like grabbing people's attention or anything? Um, and last but not least, the new Halo was out. Halo campaign evolved is what it's called, apparently.
Yeah.
Um, and well, technically, is doesn't come out till Tuesday. But they have the early release of it that Thursday of it, and I had a chance to get my hands on it, and it's. I mean, I played the first stage, the normal stage, and I mean graphically it looks good. It looks good. It doesn't look. I don't know if it looks better than Infinite. I have to look at Infinite again.
Mm.
Uh, but it's all right. And I'm thinking, you know what? I don't know if I need the cutscenes. I feel like I wish it was more in game cutscenes, like actually you there. I, I mean, they look good. Like the cinematic stuff, it looks really nice. But I just feel like, dude, we in the new one, you did that in CE, like the anniversary. I actually want just the in game type of cutscenes.
Mm.
In the game. Like I don't want to have to like play and then like you go to the nice beautiful CG, rendered like nice. I mean it looks good, but I don't know. I just like I like it when it's in game, like you're kind of you're kind of there interacting with it, or
Right.
like it doesn't need to be like that's the thing. I feel like it doesn't really need you don't really need that. Like I'm good with this. Like you have a nice one at the beginning, you have a nice one at the end, or maybe a nice one in the middle. But like you don't have to do it like oh like this scene right here. Like I was like I don't need the sergeant, you know, scene. Like why could it be the in-game characters doing it? They're good enough. These it's not the old square looking guys, you know, like they were or anything.
Yeah.
So I mean, and hell, that's what the cutscenes were back then. They were those guys. Um, but other than that, no. But the gameplay, it's Halo, except for now you can zoom in on the original Halo. The original Halo, you couldn't do that. No, the later
Right.
Halos,
No scope.
they put that in. Yeah, you can scope in. Now also, what else can you do? There's no like double jump or nothing like boost. So that they didn't add ledge like you could climb on a ledge because I
Oh,
did try to
really?
jump on a
Okay.
ledge
No
and
clambering.
yeah, he doesn't put his hands up, which I kind of want that honestly. I mean, I don't see why that has to be a thing you take out because then I'm like, I take out the freaking scope then. Shit, because most of the time I'm still not scoping like unless I have a sniper
Yeah.
rifle or the guns that you can scope with. I'm still playing it like a normal Halo game. Um, but I also played the stage where like the bonus stages, the ones that take place before the events of Halo. I played one of the stages with Sarge, and that was cool. I thought that was pretty cool with him. And so, well, then the little quips and stuff they say to each other, talking. I said, okay, this is all right. So the overall game, it's okay. Like it's okay. Thing is, I kind of wish they still didn't make it. I'm be honest with you. I want a new game, but it seems like that's what they're going for because maybe they might be
Yeah.
remaking rumors, but it's an internet rumor, so who the hell knows? Um, the AI internet probably put it out there. The rumor is that there might be remaking two also, and I'm like, you know what? I mean, hey, if if somebody was doing that, like remaking two, fine. Y'all want to do that, fine. But I wish like the original team was actually doing something new. Honestly,
Right.
I mean,
That's the thing. You could have like an Iron Galaxy working on this. Meanwhile, you have your main team working on a new game.
or you don't do it at all because you already have done it. Because you did it on you did it on the late stages of the Xbox 360. You did Halo Anniversary. Then you did Halo 2 remake, Xbox One. And in reality, if anything, you should do a remake for Halo 3. Like that should be it. And then somebody said, "Man, I wish the graphics." I said, "No, that's not how they like." That's like saying like, "Oh Mario, like you know what? They didn't make Mario 1 again. Do that again."
Yeah.
And I mean, they should have did the first stage again, like in different games. But you know, they didn't make the whole freaking game again. It still felt new. And like that's what with Halo. I mean, people are saying like how the people who are enjoying it say like, yeah, it feels good to say somebody's like, yeah, man, but if they're over the Halo one, and it's like, okay, that's good. I mean, I think most games, if people put the time in of an old game, they can make it better. They can, and like, if they put the time in to do it, they can make it
Yeah.
better. But the whole thing is why when you can make something new. And like with this, it's not because it's already it's yeah. I mean, it's nice. I mean, it's nice to have, but it's like whatever. It's just-
Yeah.
like I kind of wish they would have done like Halo, at least Halo, like lost submissions or some shit. Like say, hey, these are the missions that you didn't see him do, or something like that when he fought the Covenant before Halo or something, or in between this time and this. This is what he was doing. Like they like do something different in that way. But I mean, I don't know. Like I don't know what this leads to. Like I don't. What does this lead to? Well, it definitely don't lead to no more Halo games on PlayStation. I know that. I mean, apparently. So like that's just like, hey,
Maybe.
the PlayStation. At least y'all got the first Gears, the remake of the first Gears, and a remake of the first Halo.
Yeah.
They get to experience that.
Well,
But if you
that
want to
was the
experience
plan the
more,
entire time, Dominic. Now they know
yeah,
what they're missing out on, so they'll buy an
yeah.
Xbox so that they can,
Now you see why Killzone
do
sucked
the
compared to
rest.
this.
Yeah. Oh no, Dominic. Now we're gonna get those direct videos now, aren't we? What's the best shooter on the PlayStation platform? Turns out Killzone still. Because this game sucks.
All right, so I guess we'll take a quick break. And when we get back, we get to the flashback segment.
All right.
And we're back. And we don't really have anything to say for this flashback segment. Nothing's really big that's really worth mentioning. So we're gonna just go skip right to the gaming news. So what's going on in the gaming world, Daniel?
Yeah. So since the last time we recorded, there's been a couple of new trailers that have come out for Marvel's Wolverine, the Insomniac project. Um, they look about as good as you would expect them to, right? I'm still interested to see what this game is as far as like gameplay, because I believe we know it's not an open world game. So that means it's going to be like a more linear story based Sony, style game, what in the vein of what we have come to know and love from them, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's what I
Like how
figured.
long is this game going to be? It makes me wonder. Um, but yeah, we were talking about it. I believe we mentioned him several times now, Kyle Bozeman, um, who is currently making delayed input on his YouTube channel. And this week he talked about the Wolverine and kind of uh, the softification, I guess, of him. And it's not to be like the woke version, but just constantly taking off his mask because you have to have your emotional moments like they do in the movies. And obviously from a story trailer, I guess you're gonna get a little bit more of that, right? You're gonna see more of that. But why?
You haven't cried to the mass, Daniel. Cried to the
Well,
idols.
I mean, how often am I seeing Logan cry, Dominic? That's my
Exactly.
question, I
No,
guess.
not much.
But yeah, so there's some interesting aspects to this story though, because this is a game where they've said this is before the X-Men existed. Yet, kind of the central thesis for these story trailers
Wait a
is
minute.
that
That's
you're in
so
love
wait.
with Green
Even
Jean Grey.
existed. So even existed. X Men
I
don't
believe
even exist.
that's my understanding. I believe there was a
Wow.
quote
Then
basically saying
I
that
don't
the
understand this
X-Men
Jean Grey
didn't.
stuff at all. I don't know how
Well,
this.
he just ran into a redhead and he fell in love. Dominic, what's there to
I'm saying, how
what's
does
wrong
she
with that?
become a student? How does she become a student of the X Men? I guess she don't. She was
My
a
question
kid.
is, what's the problematic age gap here, Dominic? That's a real concern.
I mean, the age gap was always big because he's lived since whenever, right? Like
Yeah.
since Civil War times, whatever the hell the Canadians were doing during the Civil War. I don't know what the hell they were doing. But yeah, so I don't, yeah, I'm curious what's this? What is this? Yeah, what's this the story then?
Yeah. But at the end of the day, the game I think looks good. I mean, the gameplay looks good as well. But I think especially for you who had so many issues with the way Spider-Man 2 went, it feels almost like this is, I don't want to say a double down, but like, they're definitely harder in that direction than they are
Well,
in what maybe some people would expect out of a Wolverine game.
Now, there's different problems with Spider. Well, the problems I have with Spider 2 is some things that other people had problems with, but I didn't have problem with like the Mary Jane look and stuff like that. That's yeah. It was none about Mary Jane that I didn't like. I didn't. I mean, no. I mean, she was fine. Like I wasn't one of those people saying like, "Oh, she's ugly and she's
Yeah.
fatter" or something like that. The problem I had was more of like Spider Man. It's just too nice. That's what it was.
Right.
It's just like it's too nice. And for Wolverine, I'm just hoping that this ain't too nice. Now you may say like, "Oh man, he's stabbing people, making bloody." It's like that's yeah, that part. But I'm
That's for
talking about those
combat
cutscenes.
purposes, though.
Yeah, it's like I'm talking about those cutscenes though. That Wolverine having that puppy dog look. I'm like, I don't. I'm not used to that.
Yeah.
Wolverine, like
Because that's
yes,
the thing,
having
right? Is
a
like
vulnerable
it's one
moment.
thing,
Yeah,
especially
I
when
mean,
you're
hold on,
like,
hold on,
this
quick.
is too nice. He's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, but now you're gonna have a super nice Wolverine too.
Yeah, I was trying to say that. Yeah, like he can have his vulnerable moments. Like I get that, but I feel like in
Mhm.
a trailer, like you may show a scene of that, but you saw multiple scenes of him having that look,
Yeah.
and it's like, wow, like this is different. This ain't Wolverine that I
Ain't your
know.
daddy's
Like,
Wolverine, Dominic.
yeah, it's like, oh man, this is what the 2026 Wolverine is now. So okay, It's- okay, man. I mean, hell, y'all seem like y'all doing that with other characters. I mean, you did it with my Hulk in the movies. Even though it's funny, back in the Spider-Man trailer though, he did say like you see like it was regular Hulk in there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm curious what's going on with that. They listened to me. They listened to us fans saying, you yeah, give us our Hulk back. It's, our
Yeah.
online petitions have worked. Online
Well,
threats have worked.
hopefully for all these
Yeah.
disc people, all of these comments on this trailer work because Jesus Christ,
Oh
it
yeah,
is like
no,
90% just discs.
oh yeah, that's the
Play
whole
has
decision.
limits. Bring back discs. Play has
Yeah,
limits. Play has
yeah,
limits.
yeah. That's all it is. On any
Ownership
Sony,
now.
anything with Sony is
Yep.
definitely that. Um, that's where
Is
you
that
know
like
the
a
internet's
bot
not.
you set up, or is that someone physically looking for every Sony video and just typing that out? I know it doesn't take that long, but like, man, that's an amount of effort that I'm just not willing to go to
I mean,
for
it's fun
something
for those people.
as small as this.
And see, but they don't. Well, some of those people don't see it as small. But to me, like, because I already know. Thing is, I already know what this is. Like the whole
They could be
district is
doing this
not.
for healthcare, Dominic. That's all I'm saying.
So well, no, they're young kids, Daniel. They don't know about that, right? They ain't grown
Yeah, they're on
men.
their parents' healthcare or
They ain't
whatever, I
grown
guess.
men putting down like President Discman. Come on, Daniel. No, there's no way a man
Hard
who's over
disagree,
20,
Dominic.
25.
I'm sure there are plenty of 25-year-old plus men doing this.
Oh, I know there is. God
Let
damn.
me correct
That's
myself. 25-year-old plus children.
and yeah.
Yeah.
It's what yeah, that's I think that's really the issue. It's like it's what they have. I'm not mad at your opinion of it. It's
Your
the way
behavior,
you yeah. I mean, just online
the way you
behavior
carry
about
yourself.
it's a little weird. It's like, dude, come on. Like you say, like I'm done with gaming. I say, well, then be done. Okay. Now you be saying,
Yeah.
I'm showing my voice. I put my voice out. It's like, eh, well, then, like you put your voice out there. Okay, like saying, like, hey, I'm
Write a
against this.
death threat letter like the rest of us.
Yeah.
Sign it in your blood. Don't actually do that. It's a joke. And if anybody did it at my recommendation, I am disavowing them right now.
I hope that petition works out for him. I mean, maybe so. I mean, like it worked out for Destiny coming back.
Yeah. It's on its way, Dominic. On its way.
Oh, that reminds me. I gotta get that. I gotta use those Microsoft points to get the last 2 DLC for Destiny, so I can just have them all. Because there's a sale going on now.
Nice. All right, Dominic. Speaking of Sony, God of War Laufey has a release date seemingly now. It's going to be February 16th next year. That seems about right. Theoretically, I think that gives it a better chance that Naughty Dog's game will come out by the end of next year than, the Heretic Prophecy.
That is so weird. I'm thinking that game's it's so funny. Like, I heard this game later after Naughty Dog. It's going to be out before that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, also, you don't have up here about the Tomb Raider being delayed.
Yeah, I was debating putting that on there, but yeah, that the catalyst, the reimagining of the first game is still coming out next year. Actually, around that same time as God of War.
No, they said that was going to come out 2026.
What is the Legends or whatever it's called?
Atlas,
Atlantis.
Yeah, it said that was, and it moved it to next year.
Oh, I thought that had been next year the whole time. When was it supposed to have come out? Let's see. I don't want to. Dang it.
What is it called? Atlantis?
Legacy of Atlantis. Oh yeah, it did have a coming 2026 thing at the end. I could have swore from the first time that we got a release date that it was 2027, but it was early, next year. Huh.
Guess what? It's coming out. What's this? Coming the 12th? That's coming out the same day. I mean, the same time as
God of War. Right?
God of War.
Yeah. Okay, so a month ago it got its release date. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that the end of 2026, the beginning of 2027, that's barely a delay to me.
That's Christmas presents, Daniel. That is something under the tree. It is not.
I mean, that's true. If I was younger and I was worried about oh man, now I can't. Now nobody's gonna buy this game for me for Valentine's Day, but they would have bought it for me for Christmas. But now I'm just how long before it's gonna go on deep discount? Because then I'll buy it and play.
And now I know if this is going to be a failure or what with this God of War. What game
is God of War going to be a failure, or is Tomb Raider going to be a failure? Because God of War,
one of them. I'm just one.
Or both of them.
I don't know which one. I honestly don't know.
Well, Square isn't in charge of Tomb Raider anymore, right? So they're not going to say it's a disappointment.
Oh yeah, I just want to what the sales. Yeah, I mean it's only days.
I'm gonna buy Tomb Raider on the disc, Dominic, and I'm gonna really stick it to Sony.
Yeah, it's gonna suck if you can't buy the other one on the disc. It's I don't know. It'd be funny, yeah. The other one, it missed the deadline of the disc. It can't be made. It can be put up there.
That's why it got delayed, Dominic. They didn't want to make a disc for it. They're like, "Oh, we're trying to get in with everybody else here." Well, that just means that Legacy of Atlantis is closer to Catalyst than it was previously, Dominic. That's how I'm gonna look at that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what outside of Wolverine. I don't know what I'm excited for the rest of this year necessarily. Is there anything that comes to your mind immediately
besides Grand Theft Auto? Oh, you said besides that? Oh, yeah. Okay. Now I don't like how you take that away from me.
Well, honestly, I forgot about it, and then I went, "Oh yeah, that game."
Hmm. Well, it's going to be Tomb Raider, Daniel. It's going to be Tomb Raider. So, uh, what is
Don't
there?
jump on the bandwagon now, Dominic. I've been the Tomb Raider guy here.
Yeah, you have. Um, the Gears of War, Daniel. I'm so excited for that. Gears of War.
Oh shit! Yeah, it's so
I'm not
sad,
though.
Dominic, that I basically forgot that that game's coming out.
I thought it was
And
the summer, but then I forgot about Halo, and then I was like, oh yeah, it
yeah,
can't be the same time. It's,
and I want to be excited about that game. I mean, I want to be excited about games generally, but like nobody's really giving me any reason to, and all they're doing is beating me down every day with bad fucking news.
no, the Gears. I mean, I'm somewhat excited for it, but yeah, that is Gears, Wolverine, and Grand Theft Auto are the three games. I can't think of anything else. Oh, Fable. I think I'm more excited for
It's
Fable
next
than
year, Dominic. It's next year.
wait. Fable's next year.
Yeah, it got pushed.
I didn't thought it was this year. I don't give a fuck about that
It's
game no
coming
more.
out February 23rd of next year.
Yeah, I don't even what. Well, I don't, Darren. I don't even care about the game. What's the Clockwork Orange game coming out? Whatever that I keep calling it Clockwork.
2028.
That's what it said. 2028.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's not that. It's not that far ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. 2027, allegedly. But I would put that right now at the end of 2027,
What's it
which makes
called,
me
Daniel? Clockwork Revolution.
Clockwork Revolution. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, you know what I'm excited for, Dominic? Bad Magpie. That's the game I'm excited for. I don't know when it comes out, but I'm gonna probably play that more than I play any of these other fucking games.
I didn't play those. What was the one? Goat was it not a goat? The
Donut
duck one
County.
or something. Yeah, I didn't play that.
Oh, angry. Yeah, the Angry Goose one. Goose Game.
Hey, Goose. Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if like to me, Clockwork Revolution is a late game next year because if they're allegedly releasing a console, I would maybe make that, a launch title, which means then you can't delay it into 2028 theoretically. Unless you start calling it a launch window game, but then what do you launch that system with?
Oh man, February 23rd, man, piece of shit.
Yep. February's gonna be a busy month for video games, Dominic.
Get away from the
we're
Grand
to the
Theft
point
Auto.
where like this stuff is just getting delayed without any you never really knew when it was coming out anyway, so like them just delaying it doesn't even have that much effect on you.
Oh no, it really don't. I'm not gonna care
Although
about those
eventually
games. That's the thing. I'm not gonna care about those games because I'm gonna still play Grand Theft Auto.
I mean, that's hopefully that's the case, right? Hopefully that is the game that holds on to a lot of people's attention. Yeah. I'm just thinking at some point, Dominic, I'm saying that now, and then it will get to a point where I say, oh, it's only a delay of 3 months, and then I die and I never get to play that game.
You also, you're dead, so you can't have regrets either.
How dare you? You don't know what happens. I could be reincarnated as a fly that has all my memories, and I'm like, now I don't have hands. Maybe that's why flies bother us, Dominic. They're always just trying to get on your controller so they can play. They're like, I just wanted to touch this game before I died. What can I do? Death is going to give you some real perspective once you die, Dominic.
Well, and
That's
all
all
you
I'm
had
saying.
hands, your sight is weird, and you won't know what the hell you're looking at.
It's like
That's why they bump it.
ScreenX.
That's why
It's
they big
all
bump
around
in
me.
windows.
All right. Speaking of games that probably won't release before I die, Dominic, Bethesda is now out there talking about specifically what's his name? Todd Howard is like doing interviews now all of a sudden, which to me says like Xbox is pushing them out there to like get some good press on them, basically. Talking about how they are working on a new Fallout game, how they're working on Fallout 5. Meanwhile, they've got Elder Scrolls to be working on. Xbox just announced that Obsidian is working on a Fallout project. Like, why do they need to concern themselves with Fallout right now? Why is that
There's a
even
whole lot of
something they
weirdness
need to
with
talk
this.
about?
It's a whole lot of weirdness with this. Yeah. Like, why? Yeah. Why you're talking about Fallout when, like, yeah, Obsidian's doing it. You focus on, yeah, everybody knows, like, that was the roadmap. The next thing is the next Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, but that's 20 years down the line.
And so Fallout, yeah, Fallout will be a while. Like, I'm not, like, that should be on radar. I find it funny what people said, like, it's been hot wherever years it's been since Fallout 4. When I'm like, okay, time out. So, how many years has it been since Elder Scroll? I was like, that's been longer. Like, what are you
Right.
talking about? It's like why are you talking like they don't have a game they're working on right now? Like that shouldn't be a concern. Like now you may be upset, like, oh, they just working on a Fallout now. Well, technically, they were the only one studios working on Fallout, so
Right.
I didn't expect them to anyway. They be
Right.
working on the Fallout. Like I mean, the most they work on is probably like conceptual stuff. I don't know because but Obsidian now they just starting is like, okay, I guess that's good. I mean, that's faster. They should come out. They're going to come out most likely before them, unless let's say they get canceled, or it'd be something like Obsidian. They stop working on it and they finish their game. I don't know. Maybe some stupid shit happen like that. And I mean, and Bethesda comes and finish their game, but it may be like a broken game again, like Fallout Vegas or something. But yeah, it's I don't yeah, but for Microsoft, I wouldn't even go. I would just be like, they're doing Fallout 4. I mean Fallout 5. I was like, or it's like, hey, we wanted to call it Fallout 5. So well, fine then, but they're doing another Fallout. Damn it! It's like, but you're not going to be. Listen, we're not going to put no resources on Fallout 5 right now. You're going to put everything in getting this game right, so we don't have another
Right.
Skyrim happen. Not Skyrim. I mean, what's
Not
it called?
Skyrim. Yeah.
Starfield happen. Like, we want to make you the best game, or if you're going to use if you're going to think about using resources on Fallout 5, you better use the resources to put some good ass damn DLC for Starfield to get that back to being something. Like, force it out there. Keep working. Keep doing it. I mean, shit. Fallout 76 was like horrible. Horrible reviews. People trashed it all at the beginning. Look at that game is now. I mean, that game is still going. Um, it's like, I don't want you to abandon Starfield. Like, it's like, yo, dude. I mean, you spent so years on that fucking game. like, you put a lot of time in that, and you can get it. I mean, people probably get it for cheaper, and they say like, hey, yo, it's good. It's like, say, okay, they did something. They really made the game better or something. Um, but I don't know. Yeah, they don't. Yeah, like that does nothing for me. But that doesn't for us. But apparently, it does do something for the internet, Daniel, because those guys were um they were pretty positive with their Bethesda news.
Yeah. I
They
mean,
were, they were
clearly it did its job, right? You had
yeah,
Todd Howard calling into kind of funny, which I thought was fake at first. Like, I was like, okay. And they're doing a skit.
yeah. I don't know, but it's just yeah, it's weird. I mean, but I just find it weird that like people like that. It's like, wait, so I don't know, like especially because the fanboys like you already know what the roadmap was. So what? Why are you so upset that it's taking so long for a Fallout game? I mean, sorry. I mean, like that shouldn't even been like a thing you were holding on to. Really, it should have been like,
I think
uh,
really you can be upset about it, not realistically if you know anything about the way this stuff works, but you should be upset at Microsoft because they didn't put a Fallout game into production when they knew a show was coming along. Like that, you should have known that the show was going. Not gonna say you should have known that the show was going to be good and popular, but at the very least, popular. Maybe it's a branded thing. People are going to be interested, and then if it turns out good, yeah, you benefit from that. Now maybe they were worried about that, right? Is like, oh, maybe they thought it wasn't going to be good. And they're like, we don't want these games associated with that show whatsoever. So we're not going to fast track a game to try and get it out at the same time. Um, I don't know. It just feels like continual mismanagement from Microsoft. They could have had Obsidian working on a Fallout game for years now, and they didn't. And now they're trying to use these games as like good PR after they've laid off a significant amount of people with a significant amount more on the horizon to be laid off.
like I kind of wish, but see, I don't know how much money they made from, I guess, Grounded. I guess they made enough because they did Grounded too. But it's
Yeah.
like I kind of wish they'd do a Grounded too. Like I kind of wish Grounded that's your Sea of Thieves. You don't do Sea of Thieves too.
I don't
You just keep building.
That's the
You just
thing.
keep
Yeah,
building on that.
exactly.
You just keep building on that. You add new stuff to Grounded One, but you don't do a Grounded Two. You do another game. You do another game, and I know they say that Vow 2 they're working on, but technically they're still working on Grounded 2 also. It's like,
I
what the
wonder how
hell?
much I wonder how much something like a Grounded versus a Grounded 2 is maybe not like an edict from Microsoft, but something similar where they're like, hey, we need another game, a separate entry to put into Game Pass. Let's just slap a 2 on what you're working on Grounded 1 and spin that out into its own thing. People are going to have access to 1 and 2 regardless on Game Pass. So for the sake of having a fuller looking library, let's just call it something else.
So, yeah, I guess you can do that. I don't know. I was really disappointed when that was the game they were announced when
Oh
when
yeah.
they obtained them. Like, what it was when I found out what it was, like, oh yeah, this is not my type
Yeah. So,
of game. But I mean, well, so in the future we'll get those games at some point.
yes.
But it's like,
Sometime
yeah,
before
so in
the death of the universe, hopefully, Dominic.
the future.
I
I
mean,
mean,
realistically, like, do you expect to see Elder Scrolls released next year?
Elder
Or is
Scrolls,
that a
no,
2028 game?
that's a 2028 game. So I don't
No,
expect to
right?
see Fallout. If there is a Fallout, at the earliest, it's at the end of 2028, but it's 2029, 2030.
Yeah, I
Like
mean,
Fallout 5,
if I'm
like
thinking
Fallout
Elder
5,
Scrolls is
Fallout 5 is
2028, I'm
definitely
thinking,
it's
what do you
definitely
think?
like 2030. I think it's that's
Yeah,
2030
plus,
later.
yeah. Yeah. Which, like, part of me is like, oh man, that's like so far away, and then the other part of
But it
me is
should
like,
be.
oh, that's only 4 years.
I was about to say there's only 4 years, and plus, look, there's other games. If that's like, if you, I'm sorry, if that's the only games
No,
you
that's what
play,
you
then
think, Dominic.
that sucks. If that's the only games you play, it sucks. It sucks for you. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, it sucks for you. But you know what? Fallout 4 is still there, and there are so many mods for that freaking game. Like they got that London mod thing too. Now, come
Oh
on, man.
yeah,
You got games to play. Like, here's the thing: you got shit to play. Like for you, this being for people who like to start, there is not now. Now if you're just a console guy, then I'm sorry. This just got to find some other interests. And if these are the only type of games you play, but there's plenty of games out there, man, to keep you interested. And if you're a guy on PC, look, man, like I said, the mods out there are and that shit's free. It's enough out there, like in the Fallout universe, to keep you busy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Just commit all your time to Fallout 76.
Yeah, that too. Especially got paid monthly to play it similar to like a single player. Like you won't have your own server. That's what sucks. That's monthly fee for that.
Mm-hmm.
When I just feel like they could just make it so that you just have a game. Just have a freaking game you just download. I say I don't need a server. Just let me have the world like Fallout, and I just play single player.
Yeah. All right, Dominic. Last one I got here. We talked earlier about Nintendo not really having too much news, but they did have a little bit of a cell phone this week in the news. So they were being sued, basically saying that they owed. There was a class action lawsuit against them, saying that they owed consumers the tariff refunds. They got tariff refunds from the government because those tariffs were deemed illegal, and consumers were trying to claw some of that back because not only did we pay additional higher prices because of the tariffs, we now are giving tax money back to these corporations because we as a country illegally put these tariffs in place. That of course, unfortunately, for us, got dismissed, and basically Nintendo was like, yeah, that's absolutely not happening. This had nothing. Basically, their argument was like, there's a multitude of reasons why the prices of something would go up. You can't pinpoint the fact that it is tariffs specifically that led to these price increases. And maybe if you had, if and this was the court's argument, right? Basically, if Nintendo had imposed an additional fee that was, like a tariff tax, basically, then maybe that could have been tracked and returned to people. But because that was not the case, then they owe us nothing. Once again, Dominic, just getting our necks stepped on by these corporations.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I always hate that tariff stuff, because like there might be some semblance of like, yeah, they can raise the price, but they're not going back down.
No,
like they're not milk, unfortunately. Yeah, it's not like milk or stuff or gas where it fluctuates. It's like they're just going to go up, and it's so weird. But like, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep saying it because it shouldn't be a thing. Electronics don't appreciate, and their shit, so
no,
it shouldn't go up. It should not go higher price. It don't make sense.
Tell that to my in-box pristine copy, or not copy, Xbox original, Dominic. Things are going for hundreds of dollars online.
That's collectible stuff, and that's that's their own little market thing, which I think is also horrible.
Yeah.
I was like, you can dictate the price of that. Like, don't make it seem relevant.
That's the problem, right? Is like so many people have so many outlets now. And I think that's what leads to things like the retro games going up in cost, or like a Pokemon card going up in cost. You have influencers start talking about this stuff, and then eventually you have more influencers talking about how those influencers have influenced the price and how those things are more expensive. And then all of a sudden it is astronomical prices for a copy of Pokemon Emerald that you bought in whatever
And
year
then you
that
see
came
those
out
videos, people
for
fighting it in
$40.
like the Walmart section of the
Yep.
card place, and
Punching kids and
punching.
getting Pikachus or whatever. Punching kids and pulling Pikachus.
If there was punching kids there, I don't think I would be okay with that. I was like, more kids
Oh,
need
okay.
to punch. I don't even need a reason for the cards. Though. Just random punching the kids.
Punching the kids and then leaving the card packs on their bodies is what you're saying?
Yeah. It's like, here you go.
I didn't need this anyway.
Yeah.
Did it for the love of the game. All right, Dominic. Anything else you saw in the news that I definitely missed?
Let me see. Yeah. Just go on Game Informer and just scroll down. I know the actor for a game is leaving because of personal reasons. I just don't remember what the game was.
Yeah, I remember seeing something about that.
So Splatoon Raiders is out now? Is that out now?
Yes, it is.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it came out 23rd.
It was one of those RPGs that's coming out. I just forgot the title. Because they all kind of just run in together now. All have the
Is
same
it a
kind
Xeno
of.
something?
No, it's not JRPG.
Oh, okay.
It's
Okay.
I think it's Western, but it's like because they all look kind of the same, so I don't remember what is what. Because I know it's not the vampire one. Because I was like, hey, that game's already done technically. So it can't be like, oh, the voice actor's leaving. It's like it goes out in like what September, I think. But well, we're just don't worry about it. I don't see any other news here. Crimson Desert is getting cross save support finally.
Oh. I'll tell you about a game that I haven't thought of since the whole, thing around that when it first came out.
Oh yeah. Well, it looks, but they're all wrong, Daniel. Because look, it's popular. So so the media was wrong about how bad this game is. Oh, Sony. Sony was down a bit yesterday. Like the service
stock market. Oh yeah, the PSN was down, and the Tokon demo is happening right now, or beta or whatever.
The open beta, right now. Which I didn't download.
Oh, this is an open beta this time?
Yeah.
Because I was thinking this was the closed beta that I had tried to sign up for, and I was going to check and see if I got into it.
As of July 16th, open beta starts next week. So now that it says goes live July 24th. I'm gonna miss out on that, probably.
That's a PC game too, right?
I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah. Can I get into the beta through Steam?
They just hate American consoles. Just hate American consoles. That's all.
15 gigs. I got room on the drive. Add that to the queue. It's a game that, like, I was watching some of the beta yesterday, and it's so weird that you have a roster of like 20 characters, but each of your teams is 4 characters. So it already feels kind of small, but then you don't necessarily like swap between all 4 characters. You have like your main character, and then you have a main assist character, but then you're like trying to fill up some meter or something to unlock the other assist characters. It just
Oh,
feels
yeah.
too complicated. Yeah, too many systems going on.
I want my fighting games back there. I want my simple fight games. You bring them in. You bring them in, they stay in.
Yep.
All right. So yeah, no, I'm good. So what else we got? Where we got released?
All right, new releases, Dominic. First up, Genshin Impact. This is out on PC, Nintendo Switch 2, PS5, Xbox Series X. This basically like you're a train, and from what I'm told, it's like basically in the vein of like a Sonic Adventures style platform.
I downloaded it. I just didn't play it.
Okay.
Yeah. Try it.
I had no idea, like checking out the original like announced trailer and stuff, that's like what they were going for with that. And then people connected that, and I was like, oh, okay, I guess I actually do see that now. You know, you're kind of on a relatively linear track. And you have a little bit of movement, you know, outside of that. It's not just you can only do this, but yeah, it's definitely a wild looking game. I don't know that I've seen quite the positive reviews that I thought I would. Like, I thought this might end up being kind of like an indie darling style thing, and I've seen people happy with it, but not like championing it and basically saying it's a game that you gotta play. But it's definitely got a uniqueness to it. From this video, it looks more interesting than any of those Sonic games would have been. And I think some of that is just like a quirk level, right? Like I'm a freaking train doing grinding moves and flips and twists and stuff. Like that's kind of weird.
I thought it was a bus. Yeah, I thought it was a bus. I didn't think of a train cars.
All right. We also have Heave Ho 2. That's out on PC, Nintendo Switch, and Nintendo Switch 2. It looks like more Heave Ho, which is not a bad thing. Heave Ho is basically when you start tossing those hose around, Dominic, that's what. Although that's basically what I'm doing in that game all the time, just grabbing people and tossing them. In that game, you're basically like a head with arms, and you control the hands with left and right trigger, and you're basically doing kind of like platforming, climbing situation. And then it's up to 4 players. So you get into these things where it's like, okay, we got to chain each other together. We got to hold hands so we can make a longer chain and reach out for this stuff. It's a lot of fun. The first one, you know, I think I've talked about it recently on this podcast because my daughter started getting into playing it, and she's actually gotten better because we originally tried it a while ago, and it just was like, okay, this is an exercise in futility. It's very frustrating just watching you not do the thing that needs to happen. But she's gotten better at it, and she was very excited to hear that Heave Ho 2 was coming out. despite the fact that I am not necessarily rushing out and buying it. We also have Moss, the Forgotten Relic. That's out on PC, Nintendo Switch, Nintendo Switch 2, and PS5 and Xbox Series X and X. That is the combined efforts of the VR Moss games now in plain old television monitor style gameplay. I hadn't seen any
Hello,
reviews.
lost you there.
You lost me again?
Yeah.
Okay.
You told the boss game.
Yeah. So the Moss, I haven't seen the reviews for it yet. I'm hoping that they're good because those games seemed interesting in VR. I don't know that the VR necessarily added that much to it. Like, really, I guess what I'm hoping is that the loss of VR doesn't take anything away from those games. If they were good games, then I'm hoping still hold up.
I mean, I like the visual of the VR of the game. They were pretty good. I played quite a few levels for the first one.
Yeah. So I'm hoping it still holds up well enough, even without that kind of gimmick to it.
Just put your face really close to the screen.
And wow, the Forgotten Relic is $18 on Steam, so reasonably priced too. Seems like. All right, you mentioned it earlier, but Tears of Metal is out now on the PC, and that is early access and part of Game Pass. You also mentioned Avatar Legends, the fighting game. I think that speaks to your argument that it is low budget. They couldn't even think up a subtitle other than the fighting game.
I know.
Which Avatar game is it? It's the fighting one. Like that is just that's a special kind of.
So poor people won't get confused and think it's like an adventure game, Daniel.
Sure. I'm just gonna call it Dragon Ball Z. Well, they did do that, didn't they? Dragon Ball Z Fighters.
Z.
Yeah.
With that. But the you might say the Halo because I don't care. Like it's early access because it's for the rich people. The rich people Halo is out. Daniel.
Oh, you're part of the rich people class now, Dominic. I see how it is.
So it's like rich people. It's $70, which is like the price of a normal game. Which I'm shocked. I'm actually shocked that it wasn't full price. Honestly,
yeah,
like this game was. Cause I was like, whoa, they actually made it charge cheaper. I was like, good for them. It's like, even though they did do early access, it could do 70, so they will get some of those sales. But yeah, like because it isn't no multiplayer in this game. So it's just a campaign. Which for me, that's me as a Halo fan. Like I'm a campaign guy. I'm not a big boss.
Yeah.
Multiplayer guy. The only like of like the main Halos. No, I mean all of them really. Like 5 is probably the weirdest one. Because I didn't know what the hell was going on. Like because of the whole rampancy thing, and then all the AIs just seemed like going bad. Like that was just weird. Gameplay wise was fine, but like story wise, like I didn't know what the hell that. But yeah, I mean, I like the campaigns, and this one, I mean, like I said, it's fine. Just to feel like it didn't have to be done. It could have done some. Right, what else we got? Oh, Zelda! I recommended time, Daniel, about like games you're anticipating.
Yeah,
but we don't even know what it looks like. And that game's supposed
That's
to
the
come out.
problem. I don't know anything about that game to be excited about it outside of the fact that it exists, because
That's so weird.
there was some talk a couple of weeks ago. We never brought it up because like it was really just rumors and speculation stuff that had like no real basis in anything. So there was some talk. There was like a listing posted somewhere for the game that put it at like $40 or $50. So then there was some speculation that, oh no, this is going to just be like a slight visual upgrade. It's not going to actually be like a full blown remake.
Cutscenes, Daniel, like Star Fox.
Exactly. Effectively.
This time
And
they're gonna be
I
puppets.
I really feel like with this game, it needs to get the full treatment. You know, it needs to have the game edited to be paced better. It needs to have obviously the visuals. It needs to have gameplay implementation that improves it and brings it into a more modern context. If you're going to do this, you do it right, basically, is what I'm saying. And it's concerning that, you know, this is a game that is allegedly going to be out by the end of the year. We are now 5 months from the end of the year, and we have seen, what was it? Was it Kyle that said like we've seen a whimpering child? Like that's it. And I didn't even necessarily care for what I saw in that image. I don't know that I like the look of Link in that very brief image. And that's not to say, you know, even if the game isn't visually exactly what I want it to be, that I'm not going to play it. But I don't have anything to be excited about right now. I was excited for the announcement, and then they gave me the announcement. So I'm not excited for the game until they make me excited about the game. I can always go back and play Ocarina of Time. I can play the PC ported version of it now, the decompiled version with widescreen and all that stuff. So if I just want to go back and experience that game, I have plenty of ways to do that. But if they are going to actually put the work in to make this, what it should be, what it deserves, then I will be. But until they show me that that's what they're going to be doing, I got nothing.
Did that
That's why
guy
it's
ever
so
finish?
easily forgettable.
I know somebody did that video. Was it Unreal 3 or 4 of the Ocarina of Time? And they had
I'm sure they've done them for both. There's probably an Unreal 5 at this point, if that's even out.
but I just want them to finish it though. I think he just showed like a video. I was like, just finish the damn game and put it out there. They just put it out there.
Yeah,
yeah.
That's
all right.
Although this one actually isn't all that visually impressive, but anyway. All right, Dominic. We also have Final Fantasy 10 and 10-2 HD remastered out on the Nintendo Switch 2 now. So if you're trying to get your Final Fantasy kicks,
and I thought that already came out. What?
And you also, as you mentioned, Splatoon Raiders is now out on the Nintendo Switch 2.
Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you.
So Game Informer gave it a decent score.
Yeah, that has been getting decent scores. Nothing like crazy good, nothing crazy bad. It seems like it's mostly like, yeah, this is an all right game, but you know, had you taken this and combined it with like a Splatoon 3 and given me all those elements, this would be a great package. Whereas like this by itself feels kind of like, you're giving me part of a game.
That's what people are saying.
Well, I think the price, like they priced it lower. You know, it's not a full quote unquote price game.
Okay.
But you know, without the multiplayer that you expect from a Splatoon game, and without what feels like a fully fleshed out campaign. I think this falls into this kind of middle ground, basically.
All right. So that's it then.
Yeah, but basically, like with Splatoon Raiders, it's something that at one point I was like, "Oh, that looks awesome," because I like the idea of Splatoon. I haven't really spent too much time with Splatoon, but I'm more of a single player person. So, like, give me a single player version of that. And then they said, like, here's the single player version of that, but it doesn't feel like it's all that fleshed out as far as that goes, and provides like a full experience necessarily. So anyway, all right, those are our new releases. Dominic, anything else for the people before we get out of here?
I'm good.
All right. Thank you guys as always for listening. You can check us out on Twitter. Dominic's at DStallworth5. I'm at Regulus MB. The podcast is at SupaPod, SupaPod. We are also on Blue Sky at SupaPod.com, at RegulusMB.sky.social, and at DinoMan at DominicStallworth.bluesky.social. We also have a website where you can find all of our previous podcasts, as well as links to all the places you can find us, including YouTube, where there's a video version of this podcast, and all of the audio places as well, including iTunes, YouTube Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Audible. And until next time, guys, we'll talk to you later.
All right, see you.